hockey fans, to Cockburn Ice Arena. Chris Langelo with the play-by-play of this TANGE tournament game between WA and South Australia. South Australia defending the goal to my left. WA, the home team designate for this game, defending the goal to my right. Lineups for today's game, number 1, Taj Sia, and number 2, Dylan Mabey. Dylan Mabey in goal for the WA side. He'll be the starter for today's game. Ty Malcolm Smith, number 3. Number 4, Madden Kenzel. Number 5, Lewis Min. Number 6, Armin Haslam. Number 7, Joe Benetti. Number 9, Colby Salmon. Number 10, Dirk Szabo. Number 11, James Corral. Number 12, Ryan Sucher. Number 13, Isaac West. Number 14, Tyler Rodden. Number 15, Easton Shearer. Number 18, Lewis Jenner. Number 21, Kobe Huang. Number 27, Ben Shearer. Number 56, Kyron Poulter. Number 61, Cale Telfer. Number 71, Sam Siwak. Number 88, Seamus Smart. Head coach, Tom Boschman. Assistant coaches, Don McDonald, Sarah Salmons, and Reese Lakoviak. And team manager, Craig Shearer. For Team South Australia, we saw them lose by a big score last night to New South Wales. They're back looking for a better result for today's game. Number 10, Blake Ung. Number 11, Mickey Noddle. Number 12, Jack Fode. Number 17, Etienne Janowski. Number 19, Jeremy Gagnon. Number 21, Yong Jen Song. Number 33, Max Markard. Number 73, Zach Hannon. Number 40, Ilya Truss. Number 46, Dom Trinka. Number 47, Hudson Els. Number 50, Gabriel Kadelka. Number 66, Damon Von Eym. Number 91, Nikita Loria. Number 97, Luca Loria. Number 37, Zach Murfin, the goaltender. He had a great game last night and will start again today. Number 39, Riley Knapp. And reserves, Brody Clark, Lachlan Henley, and Spencer Holmes Ball. Head coach, Jeremy Friedrich. Assistant coach, Jared Siemens and Andrew Chen. And the team manager, Teva Kadelka. As we get set for the start of this period, in the box on the penalty bench duty is Sandra Fox. Joining me in the booth.
Make sure you put both penalties up. Yep. Because the coaches on this bench need to see the time of these out as well. Okay. Even if they're in the other box.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So we're just getting some things clarified on the penalty calls.
And they must go through the gate. They can't go over the boards. Okay. Back onto the ice.
Okay.
I don't know whether you heard that, but just a bit of an explanation to assure we get some consistency. So we get ready for the opening face-off. This is the fifth game of the TANGE tournament. Fourth game. 1 game this morning, 2 last night. WA and Queensland went at it in a battle last night. Queensland, I think, coming out on top. Got to check my scores. 6-4, yes, it was. And Victoria over South Australia 3-1. Then earlier this morning, 12-1 New South Wales over ACT. So I was mistaken on that call earlier. South Australia losing 3-1 to Victoria yesterday. It was ACT against New South Wales earlier this morning. So as we get set for the opening draw, one back by WA, dumped into the zone by number 15, Shearer. Back around to the blue line. Out comes the captain, Trinka, for South Australia. Hit along the boards. That's Rodden. Telfer, he circles back behind the goal. Checked by Trinka, drops it off for Rodden. Rodden takes it behind the goal. Up onto the wing, looking for the stretch pass. Shearer, he picks it up. Looks for Rodden to the front of the net. And he can't get it to him as he had Rodden breaking right down the slot, or Easton Shearer breaking right down the slot, looking for that cross seam pass, and couldn't get it to him. Face-off will come to the left of the goaltender. False start. Warning against South Australia up against number 47, Els. He looked great in the DeFries tournament. Back to the blue line, to the front of the net. Sits there loose. Backhand just wide of the goal. WA keeping the puck in the South Australia zone. Back to the front of the net it goes. Benetti, he tries to get it back to the slot. Chopped off the boards to the blue line. Again, not out. Salmon keeps it in. He has the stick knocked out of his hands and then knocked away. And South Australia will go to the box for slashing. That's number 33. He'll go for 2 for slashing. Back out on the ice at 11:55.
Tap me on the shoulder with about 5 seconds left in the penalty. Okay. Okay? Yeah. But it's easier for me with the play-by-play here.
Sure.
Off the draw on the power play. WA trying to set up Ty Malcolm Smith. Kept into the blue line by Cale Telfer. Back to the point. Chopped by Easton Shearer into the zone. Ty Malcolm Smith on his man at the blue line. Just kept in. No, it wasn't. It's a late call by the referee or linesman. That's Owen Coral on the lines, along with Stuart Willis, referee Vince Giblin, and Nick Eyre. Face off outside the South Australia zone. Penalty time clock isn't running. Back into the zone, fired down the ice. After it is Shearer. He's got number 21, Song, on him. Back behind the goal, up onto the wing. Out comes WA. Shearer, Ben trying to get it over to Rodden, and he slips. Back into the zone it goes as WA trying to set up this power play. Out comes Shearer with speed. Over the red line, over the blue, into the zone. He gets hit, and it goes right to the pad of Murphin. And chopping at it is Rodden as he skates past. Face off to the left of the goaltender. 1:28 to go in the power play. False start on the draw. Won by SA. Around behind the goal. Backhand. That's into the bench of South Australia, and the face-off will come back to the right of Murphin. As number 50 for South Australia, Gabriel Kadelka got that puck over the boards into the bench. The defending team has to get their stick on the ice first for the face-off. Back to the blue line, kept in by Shearer with his skate, and then fired back out of the zone. Back for it goes Telfor. He takes it behind the goal. Number 19 in front, Gagnon. Checking him. Touch pass up to Shearer. Over onto the wing, intercepted. Fired back down the ice, onto the goal. That bounced over the stick of Mabey. Back to the blue line. Malcolm Smith, he pushes it past the defense, gets it back to the front of the net, loses control of it, gets it over to the front. Oh, it's loose in the slot. Malcolm Smith fans on the shot. Telfer off the blocker as Murphin loses his stick, gets it back, and back down the ice comes South Australia. In behind the goal, number 97, Luca Loria. He gets it back into the high slot. Chip past the captain, Trinka, on the boards.
55.
And the penalty is over. Back on the ice is Markard to the front of the net. Rebound again, back to the high slot. That's number 4 for WA. Kenzel, he had a good game last night. Back into the zone it goes, behind the net. WA still has the pressure on after the power play. Loria, he can't get it out. Back into the zone. Siwak, he steals it, takes it to the front of the net. Backhand shot, scores! Sam Siwak steals the puck, cuts across the slot, fires the backhand high against the grain. Power play. Buries it for a 1-0 WA lead after the end of that power play. WA strikes first on this South Australia side. Back into the face-off at center ice. 1-0 WA. Siwak unassisted. 11:26 to make it 1-0. Back comes South Australia. That's number 10 over the line. Ung, he gets it deep around the boards, onto the half boards. Picked up by number 91 for South Australia. Nikita Loria back to the blue line. Shot deflected. That had a chance. Big hit on the boards as number 21 for WA bounced off his check. Kobe Hong back into the South Australia zone. Picked up by number 40, Truce. He gets the backhand into the WA zone. Rodden. He gets it back to the blue line. Over the blue line comes number 21. 12 cuts to the net. He draws a penalty. Gets the backhand towards the goal. It's loose. Then Rodden knocks his man down. He's going to take a penalty. WA is going to have 2 penalties on this same play as they try and touch it, and they do. And a stoppage in play. We'll have 2 penalties on the play, I think. Rodden for cross-checking.
Yellow 14, 2 minutes. Hook. Yellow 14, 2 minutes. Cross check.
So
4 minutes.
You heard the call. Tyler Rodden gets 4 minutes, 2 for hooking and then 2 for cross-checking in front of the net. Back on the ice.
It's 1 penalty for 4 minutes, not 2 separate.
Yeah. So that's right. Just trying to do the math and get the time right. Face-off won by WA behind the net. They'll be short for 4 minutes unless South Australia can score. Number 15 taken down, Shearer. South Australia trying to get control of it. Back to Trinka. He takes the shot, looking for the high slot deflection. Picked off Ben Shearer. He takes it and fires it down the ice. Just wide of the goal. And goaltender Murfin deflects it into the corner. Luca Loria behind the net. Feeds it up the wing. Down the ice comes Song off his skate. He loses control of it. Loria picks it up, takes it off to the left point. Deflected wide in front by number 4, Kenzel. Back to the front of the net. Loria takes the shot off the pad, I think, or deflected over the net. As my view is obscured by the linesman at the blue line. Back to the blue line. Trinka, he drops it back for Loria. Loria loses control briefly and then gets it in deep into the corner. Back to Loria on the D. Back onto the half boards looking for his player. Coral, he goes down, loses an edge. Shot fired and into the glove of number 2, Dylan Mabey. Mabey plays in the WA Premier League as a defenseman and taking a tour in goal for WA, having grown up playing goal and just switching to defense the last couple years. Face off to the right of Mabey. Puck fired around the boards, out of the zone. Noddle, he dumps it back in. Delayed offside. They have to clear. Telfer, he gets it up to the blue line. Noddle, he has to wait for his teammates to get onside, takes it back to the blue line. Over to number 17, he dumps it deep. That missed everybody. Potentially should have been icing. Down the ice it goes. In behind the goal. .8:32 in the period. 2 minutes left as the first penalty is about to expire. Into the zone. South Australia hard shot. That's blocked by Telfer. Picked up by number 6, Haslam. Forwarded to number 71. He fires it back towards the net. That had a chance. Good save by Murphin as he had to be sharp. Siwak, the goal scorer. Good penalty kill as he picks it up back into the zone. Kenzel takes a cross check from number 19 as Siwak fires it down the ice. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Gloria with a head of steam hits the WA blue line. Good stick by Malcolm Smith to force him wide. He takes it into the corner behind the goal. That's number 12 with it, Fode. Intercepted behind the net by number 21. He gets it to the point, but not out. Good toe drag, but picked off by, again, 21 with good defensive skill. That's Song. Fired, tripped out into the blue line. Back goes Trinka for it. Good check by Song to force the puck off his stick. 34 seconds to go in the power play. Back comes Trinka. He hits the blue line. Taken down by Shearer. Good play by the captain. And that gets fired down the ice. After it is Easton Shearer, forcing the South Australia player to make a play and turnover. And back into the zone it goes. Only 10 seconds to go in this power play. As the South Australia player 91, Trinka, or Gloria, he fumbles with it out of the zone. South Australia will have to be careful as coming out of the box is Haslam. And down the ice it goes. Fired on net, Song right into the breadbasket of Maybe. Oh, and that made its way through under the arm. And South Australia celebrating a late call by the referee, Vince Giblin. And South Australia ties the game up. A sneaky shot by number 21, Song. Referees discussing it. That puck was initially stopped by Maybe. I'm not sure whether it rolled into the net after the whistle or not. But we'll see what the call is. It should be a goal, I think. Just discussing it with the coaches. Not sure what the call will be. Can't see from the center ice camera angle. And it looks like it is called a goal. Face off back to center ice. 1-1 the score. That goal by Song from the blue line. It just evaded goaltender Dylan Maybe. Back into the zone it goes. Number 11 back to his D partner, the alternate captain, 29. Deflected at the blue line. Haslam, he steals the puck, lifts the stick, and back he comes. And Els looks like he's favoring that knee or groin as he comes off the ice. Comes off the ice gingerly and being helped to the bench to sit down, not putting any weight on that right leg. So Hudson Els, who starred in the DeFries tournament, playing up an age group here in the TANGE, I didn't see exactly what happened. There was a bit of contact outside the blue line, and he went down and is in pain on the bench. Hopefully he'll be back. Face-off win behind the goal. Pinching is Rodden. He gets it, doesn't keep it in. Huang, he can't keep it in. Down the ice it goes. Back to the blue line. Out briefly, but brought back in by Huang. Stolen by WA. Back behind the goal. Telfer, he can't get it. That's into the pads again of Maybe. And he stops it for a whistle and a face-off to his right. 5:14 to go in this first period. 1-1 the score. That goal song from Trinka and Loria. I'm not sure which Loria, but I'm sure it'll come up in the stats. Let's see here. Trinka from Nikita Loria. And down the ice it goes. That won't make it for icing. Back up into the center ice area. That's number 10 with it. He crosses the line, takes it wide. Zabo, good stick as it goes into the zone. Down goes number 10, Ung, and he's slow to get up. Back to the blue line. He dives for it. Big hit. Zabo, he has it. Gets it off the stick of Song, the goal scorer. Telfer, he takes it back behind the goal. Gets it up onto the half boards to Zabo. He gets it out into the neutral zone. Just misses it. Is Loria has a bit of a weak pass up the middle. Bounces and back into the slot. Shearer, he takes the shot. Easy stick save by Murphin, especially after some of the saves he made last night. Hit all on the boards. That's Poulter with the contact. Back into the zone. Shearer, he makes the hit. Back behind the goal, Rodden. Up through. Center ice zone. Back comes number 17 for South Australia. He just avoids the hit by Rodden. Back behind the goal it goes. Telfer, he comes out up onto the wing. Aslam, he dumps it in, chases after it, takes a bit of a stick. WA changing the defense. Out the puck comes down the ice. That goes right on goal. Maybe he puts it into the corner for his forward coming back. That's number 18 behind the goal. Shearer, he rims it around the boards. Haslam, he picks it up. Intercepted at the blue line by Trinka. Chipped out of the zone. Shearer, he kicks at the puck. Retrieves his stick, which is sitting on the top of Trinka. Back into the zone it goes. Number 4, Kenzel, he picks it up. Up onto the wing. Haslam, he gets it to this side to Shearer. Easton Shearer, he gets it over the line. Dumps it deep. Goes in to put a bit of pressure on the forecheck. Loria, he avoids the check. And out over the blue line, Luca Loria, he dumps it in. And looks like that might be an icing call, and it is. And the puck will come back down into the South Australia zone. Good action here as both teams take turns rushing the puck. Just not able to get into the zone to get any zone time. All plays have seemed to be on the rush. And then both teams taking turns pressuring their opposition in the zone, not able to get the puck out of the zone, resulting in the icings. Back to the blue line it goes. That's Suture. He got his first goal of his TANGE career yesterday. Back to the blue line. This Young DeFries line out there together. Suture, he can't get it at the blue line, and back comes number 40, Truce. Tries to make a move. Picked off, number 61, Telfer. He chips it out over the blue line. Back into the SA zone, 2:10 to go. Lead pass, Telfer, he picks it off. Goes back into the zone, off the stick of number 73. Picked up by Benetti, he puts it off the boards. Back to the blue line, hard shot, deflected. That just goes wide. Ty Malcolm Smith out there now. He gets control of it on the half boards. Long stretch pass up to Benetti. Benetti's got speed. He takes the shot on goal. Big rebound, loose. Ty Malcolm Smith is after it, and it's loose in the crease. As Malcolm Smith takes a bit of a cross-check from behind, but no consequences, and actually no foul. Just a little bit of bouncing around in the crease, looking for that loose puck. Good chance for WA as that rebound came out. Murphin gave up the big rebound in that case. So that DeFries line, very effective. And then the addition of Malcolm Smith in there. But South Australia picks up the puck out to the blue line and into the neutral zone. Back comes WA. Good pass into the slot, picked off by South Australia, and back they come out of the zone. Touched back, players offside, and that'll be an offside call as Malcolm Smith needed to do a bit of a shoulder check to make sure his teammates had cleared the zone and just took it over the line. Face-off outside the blue line, 1:18 to go in this period. 9-8 the shots in favor of WA. Face-off win by South Australia back into the zones. Set up. And out comes number 91, Loria. He puts it off his skate, tries to get it up onto his stick. Back to his brother, 97, Luca Loria. He takes it into the corner. Siwak in pursuit. Loria, big, strong defenseman, battles and wins that battle. Back into the WA zone to Malcolm Smith. He gets it across into the middle to Siwak. He goes down the right-hand side, cuts hard to the net, gets the backhand away. Not unlike his previous play that led to the goal. Malcolm Smith, he gets his stick lifted. And back comes South Australia. Luca Loria over the blue line, fumbles the puck, sits there in the crease, and maybe bounces on it for a stoppage. As South Australia crashing the crease, 27 seconds to go in the period. False start on the draw against WA. Set up again. Face-off win back into the corner. That's number 18 battling the South Australia. Trinka for the puck. Comes back to the blue line. Noddle, he can't get control of it. Fires it into the corner behind the goal. Chipped up onto the boards. Haslam, he can't get it out. Back to the blue line. Blocked in front. Still not cleared. Back to the front of the net. Blocked again. Kenzel with two fantastic blocks in the slot. And with that, the period ends 1-1 in goals, 9-9 in shots. An exciting, fast-paced action of under-18 national championship hockey here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. And both teams trading chances, trading opportunities. Maybe unlucky to not get his get that puck trapped in his pads for the first goal. And Song would be the first one to admit that it was a bit of a fluky goal as he just wristed a weak shot from just inside the blue line. Siwak's steal and backhand across the grain. Difficult one for the goaltender. Those backhand shots are always deceptive. And in this second period, again, we'll have the long change. And we'll have the long change, so the players obviously will have further to go to make the change. So on the first point, they need to change when they can, not when they absolutely need to, when they're dead dog tired. Don't take that extra rush. Get off the ice when you can. And be careful when you jump on the ice over the bench that you're not in that offside position, because both benches are well within the defensive zone blue lines. South Australia, big, strong team, strength on the puck, and physical from the back end out. The Loria brothers are big bodies, and they can move that puck and rip the shot. And of course, number 46 for South Australia, Dom Trinka. Very slippery. Kudelka, Daniel Kudelka's younger brother, who looks very effective out there. Noddle, Fode. Strong up and down the lineups. Gone are the days when basically you sent who you had playing hockey in the state to the national championships. And that led to big blowouts. I mean, albeit last night's scoreline, I mean, that was up against a very, very strong side for the ACT. And they're making use of players from some of the other states in their lineup. So we're ready for the opening draw. In is number 21 or 71, Siwak, up against number 50 for South Australia. Kudelka is into the South Australia zone. Breakout pass. Looks like we're going to have an interference call. And that's coming against big number 97, Loria, as he comes to the box. And he'll come for 2 or less, sorry.
97, 2 minutes, interference.
So 97, you heard the call from referee Vince Giblin. Luca Loria, he'll come to the box for 2 or less. Face off to the left of Murphin, won by WA, back to the blue line. Telfer, he chips a shot back into Malcolm Smith. He gets it back to Telfer. Telfer controls it at the blue line, takes the shot, looking for the deflection, and Murphin snags that one through the screen. Good save by the goaltender. Face off again. Won by Shearer, but fired by South Australia down the ice. Back into the zone it goes. Bounces off the backboards. Ripped off the boards to the blue line. Not out, or is out. That's 15, Easton Shearer. He gets it over to Rodden. He leaves it for Telfer. Telfer, backhand sauce onto the wing for Ben Shearer. He takes it over the blue line. Back to Easton Shearer. He takes the shot and a hit. And looks like we're going to have a penalty call. A hooking call against, again, South Australia, I think that is. It is, coming to the box.
Red 50, 2, hook.
Number 50, Gabriel Kudelka. Vince Giblin calling a hook in front of the net. And he'll come to the box for 2 or less. WA now on a 5-on-3 power play. .12:47. Malcolm Smith gets it back to Telfer at the blue line. Trinka out on this penalty kill. Tries to get across to the front of the net. Good save by Murphin as he gets the pad down. Behind the goal. Back to the blue line. Telfer takes the shot, looking for the high shot. Open top shelf with the screen. Back to the blue line. Good keep in by Telfer off the skate. Back to Rodden. He chips it to the front of the net. Goes across into the corner to number 13, Isaac West. Back to the behind the net to Ty Malcolm Smith. Back to Telfer. Telfer again, the shot high over the net. That bounces. Good position by Trinka. Excuse me. Telfer, he picks it up onto the wing. Malcolm Smith, he gets it. Reverses, D to D over to the wing to Ben Shearer. Rodden, oh, he takes a big hit. Gets it to the front of the net. First penalty is about to expire. And there it is, onto the ice. Trying to get his helmet done. Can't. Loria back to the blue line. The first penalty to the front of the net, looking for Shearer is Telfer, looking for the deflection. Big hit back to the blue line. Telfer, he gets it in the skate. Fanned on the clearing attempt. Telfer gets it. He brings it back to the front of the net. Oh, and off the side of the post, bouncing around in the crease. And South Australia fires it down the ice, and that should just about do it for this penalty. 12:03 back on the ice. Is South Australia. Kenzel, he fires it down to the blue line and into the zone. Siwak after it. Power move. He takes it behind the net. Backhand, one-handed pass to the front of the net. And South Australia picks it up into the zone. Picked up by Kyron Poulter. He fires it off the glass and out into the neutral zone. After it is Siwak. He can't pick it up. Poulter onto the wing. Kenzel, he chips it forward. Haslam, he makes the move around the South Australia player. Can't catch up to it, and the puck gets fired off the boards down the ice. Laurie after it, up against number 18, who tries the reverse. Loria takes the body, tries to get it to the front of the net. Does. It sits there for a minute loose, and out of the zone it goes, and a big hit by Loria on number 18 for WA. Back down into the WA zone, tipped off a stick of WA and D around the wall. Loria picks it up. He gets it back deep and goes after it, the defenseman. Pinches in, controls it, gets it back to the blue line. Number 50 fires a shot just wide. South Australia putting some pressure on. Now WA out of the zone. Number 71, Siwak, gets across. Can't get it, gets it to Benetti. Benetti takes the shot right into the glove of the South Australia goaltender. 10:20 to go in this second period. 13-10, the shots on goal. So after that power play opportunity, South Australia came down and had a great chance in the slot as the puck bounced around. Good pinch by the captain, Loria. And then WA takes it back into the South Australia zone, and Benetti takes a shot that's gloved fairly easily by the goaltender. Loria puts it behind the goal, up onto the half boards. Rodden picks it up. He goes back, dumps it back on the backhand to Salmon. Salmon pass over to Benetti. Those two know each other well, and Benetti fires it right into the glove of Murphin. 9:58 to go. As SA goes for changes, as does WA. Just trying to prevent those froggies from getting in my throat. Face-off won by South Australia. Back into the corner. That's number 17. Rims it around. Janowski. South Australia get it out of the zone. Trinka takes a hit. Picks up the puck. Good stick by Ben Shearer. Shearer, he gets it on his stick. Stolen by Trinka. He gets it back to the blue line. Deflected. That goes just wide. Down to the front of the net and right into the pads of Dylan Mabey as he freezes it for a stoppage and a face-off to his right off the tight angle shot through to the short side. Face-off win again by SA. They try and push it forward, but it goes back into the corner. Haslam, good stick, gets it to the front of the net, and that gets fired down the ice. It's rolling, and that'll go for icing. As Shearer can't catch up to it. Face-off will come back to Mabey's right. Or left. The other right. won by South Australia. Back to the blue line, but picked off by Haslam. He goes in, can't get control of it. Puck was over the line. Easton Shearer backs off as it was on a delayed offside. Back comes SA out of the zone. That's number 91, Luca Loria. He takes it over the blue line. Takes it, reverse hit on number 58, Poulter. Comes to the front of the net. Out comes Zabo. He can't get control of it on his stick. Good stick by Poulter to deflect it in behind the goal. SA strong on the forecheck, back to the front of the net, and maybe gets his stick on that and deflects it over the glass into the netting for a stoppage. And WA will get a change in, as will SA on the play. Face off to the right of Maybe. One back by Siwak. Up onto the half boards. Broken stick by number 40, and he drops it and goes to the bench. Out comes WA. That's number 21 for WA. Down the left-hand side, he gets it to the front of the net. Again, off the stick of Murphin, and he deflects it over the glass. Goalies practice that move off the blocker over the glass to get a stoppage. Face off to the right of Murphin. Trinka in on Siwak. Won by WA. Back to the blue line. Puck sits loose in the slot. Spinning around for it. Oh, and that goes off the blocker, I think, of Murphin. Back to the blue line. Back onto the half boards. Malcolm Smith, he tries to get it to go to the front of the net. Back on the back check. Good back check. Fode. And back for it goes Kendall. Chips it out to the blue line, but not out. Noddle keeps it in. Swings it around. After it is Malcolm Smith. He picks it up. Gets the lead pass up to number 21, and that's offside as Siwak wanted it as he was breaking in, and Song took that extra stick handle and couldn't get it over to him. Face-off, won by South Australia. Taken away by WA. In comes Haslam on the rush. Back to the blue line. He gets it past the South Australian defense. Back to the blue line. Rodden takes a light bump from Loria. Puck is loose behind the goal. Easton Shearer gets it to the front of the net. Ben Shearer back to the blue line. Rodden, he moves in, just takes a snapshot. It gets deflected, and back for it comes Telfer. He's got number 10 in pursuit. A long sauce pass up onto the half boards, off the skate of Ben Shearer, and back down the ice into the zone. Rodden, he gets it on the back pan. Up to Haslam. Haslam, he's going in. Back pressure by number 21, Song. As Haslam, he goes into the corner. Battles with the South Australia defense. Fired behind the net by South Australia. Up onto the wing. Looking for Loria to skate onto it. He goes down the left side. Good play by Rodden. Back comes WA on the breakout. Salmon, he gets it up to number 61 who gets the line. He's got Benetti breaking to the front of the net. That goes wide as it was high. Needed to be low off the pad in that case. Salmon, he gets it back to the middle of the net. Intercepted. That goes high and maybe snags that one. Telfer and Loria having a bit of a chat coming off the ice. Face off to the right of Maybe. One back to the blue line. D to D, intercepted, and back comes WA. That's Salmon in on Loria. Loria a bit backhand to the blue line and out. A Suture couldn't keep it in. He gets it back to Kendall. He chips it up onto the board to Benetti. Benetti can't catch up to it. Suture does. He dumps it in deep and chases after it. On Loria. Loria reverses. Gets the puck to the face-off circle and reverses again around the boards. Chipped up off of the skate of the SA player. Again, into the skate of Suture. Back into the zone. Salmon, he dumps it in again off the feet, and back it comes. That's number 33. Good stick by South Australia as WA get it deep and both teams go for a change. Looking for that stretch pass to hit Trinka up the middle. He cuts back, has the puck knocked off his stick and taps it behind the goal. After Kenzel into the corner. Trinka after it. He takes it behind the goal. Protecting that puck with his leg. Strong power move behind the goal. Drops it off. Trying to get it to the front of the net is number 12, Fode. He can't get it there. Goes behind the net. Number 11 back to Fode to the front of the net. It sits there loose for a minute. And maybe had to have that pad down on the ice for a good stop in the slot. 4:13 to go in this second period. 1-all the score. 16-14 now the shots on goal in favor of Western Australia. Face-off win by SA. Back to the blue line. Shot. That goes high and wide as it's deflected. Face-off inside the zone. Trinka, false start to SA as they jumped early. Warning against them. One by Trinka, back into the corner, rimmed around behind the goal. Number 11 chips it off the boards to the front of the net. Good stick by the WAD. Wide. Number 11 again with it. Coral, he gets it out to the blue line. Chip past the player by Haslam. He can't catch up to it. Trying to hit Shearer. Chipped up onto the boards. Picked up by Coral. He gets it behind the net. Up onto the boards to the point. Can't keep it in. Back for it is Shearer. Number 17 for South Australia. Janowski, he backhands it across the top of the slot. And back comes 91, Luca Loria. He hits the blue line, winds up, puts it through his legs. Got number 13 in pursuit. Back to the blue line it goes. D to D to Luca Loria. Takes the shot low. Good shot low. Looking for that deflection. Back to the front of the net. Haslam, he picks it up, puts it under the stick of number 11, Noddle, and dumps it into the net end, South Australia end, and goes for a change. After it is Benetti. Good play by Loria to put it off the back of the net. Sets up again. Out comes SA. Can't get it past Suture. Suture, he gets it to the front. Gets taken down. Salmon, he's after it. Breaks in, takes the shot. Oh, that goes off the glove. And I think the crossbar over the net. Behind Murphin. Off the glass, it's fired down the ice. Back for it is Telfer. He goes behind the goal, reverses. Over to Rodden, up onto the wing. Here comes WA, that's Suture. Ryan Suture over the blue line. Picked off, knocked down with a high stick. Hits the South Australian player who went down. No whistle. Back into the WA zone. Rodden back for it. Takes it behind the net. He's got number 33 chasing after him. Up onto the blue line. out of the zone into the neutral zone. 1:52 to go in this period. Delayed offside again as number 40 came off the bench in the offside position. They have to clear the zone. And out comes WA. Stretch pass up to Ty Malcolm Smith. He goes in behind the net looking for a teammate to get it to. Kicks it onto his stick and can't get control of it. Good battle as it gets fired off the glass back into the corner. Siwak after it. Takes it behind the net. Looking for an opening. Gets it back to the blue line. Deflected off the stick of number 19 to Telfer. Telfer can't keep it in. Siwak up onto the wing. Malcolm Smith, he gets it back into number 21. He can't get control of it. Takes a hit. Good play by number 21 for WA. That's Kobe Huang. Back behind the goal, off his skates. Huang gets it, takes it to the front of the net, looks for an opportunity, fans on it, gets hooked. And South Australia will come to the box for a slash. That's number 19 with 51 seconds to go in the period. So 109 into the second period or third period if it makes it. 51 seconds left in this period. WA on the power play. Penalty to number 9 for South Australia, Jeremy Gagnon. He'll sit for 2 or less. The face puck comes back to the blue line. Telfer, he gets the shot to the front of the net. Oh, on the rebound, Ben Shearer just snaps it over the net. Shearer in the corner, he reverses behind the goal. Back to Malcolm Smith. He gets it back to the blue line. Good keep in by Telfer. He takes another shot, and that's right into the midsection of Murphin. As Telfer getting those good low shots in on goal. And if the opportunity presents it and the screen is there, we saw him score a lovely goal in the top corner last night as Ty Malcolm Smith gets taken down. And down comes South Australia. 3-on-1. Trinket takes the shot. Good save. Puck bounces to the blue line. Not out. Back into the zone. WA looking for that breakout stretch pass on this power play. 10 seconds to go in the period. Over onto the wing. Rodden, he catches up to it. Takes it over the blue line. Takes the shot on goal. Deflected off into the corner. And that'll do it for the second period. Fast-paced action here between these two teams in the TANGE Under-18 National Championships here from Cockburn Ice Arena. We'll have an ice cut. We'll take a bit of a break. And we'll be back for the start of the third period to bring you the updated statistics from the second period and the drop of the puck for the third. This is Chris Langell on behalf of Cassandra Edwards and Riley Langell. We'll be back then. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena, hockey fans. This is Chris Langell bringing you the play-by-play of this exciting contest between South Australia and WA. 1-1 the score at the end of 2 periods. 1 period to go. That last period, no scoring on the play. Penalties to Loria for interference, Kadelka for hooking, and now Gagnon for slashing. 2 minutes with 51 seconds to go in the period. WA will start on the power play with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. We'll see if they can change their fortunes and work that power play magic. They have the skill, and they're up against a very strong penalty kill unit in the South Australian side as we get set for the opening face-off. Sticks down, puck down on the ice, in the feet, back into the zone. Noddle, he fires it down the ice. Number 17 has his stick lifted and knocked out of his hand. Up onto the wing, Shearer, he gets it up to Ty Malcolm-Smith, gets it to Shearer. Shearer takes a light bump. Noddle kept in at the blue line. Easton Shearer over to Ben Shearer, takes the shot. That goes high over the shoulder of Murphin into the netting for a stoppage. 13:51 is the time that Gagnon is back on the ice. That's 42 seconds left in the penalty. Face off to the left of Murphin. Won by South Australia. Loria, he rims it around the board, comes to the blue line, kept in by Shearer. He rips it behind the goal, pinching from the blue line. Back into Ty Malcolm-Smith. He gets it to the blue line. Telfer, he keeps it in. That goes off the shin pads of Malcolm-Smith. Back into the zone to Telfer. Across to Ben Shearer. He chips it into Easton Shearer. Fires it on net. That'll get a stoppage. 14:01 left in the period. 10 seconds left in the power play. As Gagnon gets set to return to the ice. WA will have to be careful off the bench in behind the defense. Face off to the right of Murphin. Won by WA, back to the blue line. Jenner, he gets the shot on goal, deflected into the corner. Battle for it as WA gets it back to the blue line. Penalty's over. Onto the ice comes Gagnon, right back into the play. South Australia, they get it out of the zone. Hit by WA coming out of the box. To the front of the net. Puck is loose. Oh, that slides by the post into the corner. Chipped ahead by Salmon. He goes in 2-on-1, misses the pass, back to the blue line. Sucher takes the shot right into the glove as Salmon possibly panicked just a bit. Tried to get that pass over too soon. Had lots of time. Could have taken it over the blue line and set himself up with Benetti going down the right side, looking for that opportunity. 13:19 to go in the period. And possibly the game. Depends on whether this tie holds. Into the zone. Number 21 fires it into the corner. Huang behind the net. Ty Malcolm-Smith. He gets it behind the goal. Being checked by number 66 for South Australia. Drops it off. That goes to Siwak. Back to Malcolm-Smith. He spins around behind the goal. Brings it to the front. Telfer, he's pinched in from the blue line. He takes it behind the net. Gets it into the corner. Missing the check is number 73 for South Australia. That's Zach Hannon back into the zone. Telfer, he chips it up along the boards. Malcolm-Smith set for Siwak. He goes down 2-on-2, 3-on-2 for WA to the front of the net. Oh, and a great save by Murphin as he slid across to get that puck in his glove on the setup from Siwak to number 21 breaking down the right-hand side in front of the net, going hard to the front. Stick on ice, and that's the way the puck bounces. Right into the glove. Murphin in a perfect position. 12:25 to go. Face-off win, back to Telfer. He chips it back into the corner. Picked up by number 21 for South Australia, Song. He puts it up onto the wing, puts it into the front of the net, breaks onto it, down the left side. The speedy winger takes the shot. That gets deflected high into the netting for a stoppage. Face-off will come back to the right of Dylan Mabey. Brother Braden plays for the Thunder occasionally. Father Brian plays with us on Monday night, the Monday Night Old Timers Hockey. Back to the blue line. Just kept in at the blue line. Now it's out. After it is Shearer. He's down after Loria. Loria delays a bit. Chip behind the goal. Shearer, he gets it to the front of the net. Nobody there. Pinching is number 4, Kenzel. Oh, and he gets a shot on net. Good save again by Murphin. Back to the blue line. Back into the zone. D to D. Again, over to Kenzel. He gets the puck stolen off him. Number 18 back for it. He chips it up the boards. No, he gets trapped in the zone. Kenzel, another good play. Back to the front of the net. As SA, they knock down the puck. WA will go for a change. Out into the play, Ty Malcolm Smith. He gets his stick on the legs of Loria, or Trinka. He gets taken down, and we've got a delayed penalty on the play. As Ty Malcolm Smith will be going to the box for 2 or less, as he gets the stick between the legs of the captain for South Australia. Face-off will come back down into the zone. Just missed that call by the referee on the system, Mike, but very easy. Face-off comes back to the right of Mabey. Out comes the WA. That Song, he breaks down the middle of the ice. Fast, speedy move, but he couldn't split the defense. The Loria brothers out there. Breakout pass. Trinka up the wing to Song. Back to the blue line. Trinka, D to D. Loria off the glove of Mabey. Bounces into the corner. Back to the blue line. Luca Loria. Out to Nikita Loria. Back into Luca. Rodden misses the check. Puck comes free. Telfer, he fires it off the glass hard down the ice. And Murphin sets it up behind the goal. Shearer out on the penalty kill. He's catching up to the puck. Song after it. He picks it up. Shearer gets it. Takes time. Looks for an opportunity and just fires it down the ice. That'll go wide. And Murphin sets it up for his teammate. Just under a minute to go in this power play. Down goes number 19, Noddle, on the forecheck, West. Over the blue line, SA. Good stick by WA. That's number 15, Easton Shearer. Back into the zone it comes. Good play again. That's number 27, Ben Shearer. And they fire it down the ice. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Time for one more rush. Up the wing. Here comes the captain. Trinka over the blue line. Makes a move. Takes it deep. Spins around. Waiting for the D to get into position. To the front of the net. Just misses. And up comes Salmon. He breaks down the right-hand side. He's got speed. Forces the pass. Penalty's over. All even. 5 aside. Back comes Loria. He crosses the red line. Crosses the blue. Takes it to the corner. Fires it high. And that comes all the way back down the ice. As I said during the first intermission, sometimes those high shots aren't the ones you want to make, as they'll often go high, wide, and come all the way back down the ice. Puck off the pads on the goalie for a face-off is often the best choice. The puck is passed out of the zone, rolls back in. Good move by Song to wait for it to come back on side to the front of the net. Oh, and that slides by the open cage. Back into the corner it goes. Number 12 back for it, Fode. He tries to get it to the front of the net, to the blue line. Shot off the shin pads of Salmon, and he's hobbling. Back into the zone it goes. South Australia putting some pressure on now. Off the shin pad of Salmon. He gets it to the blue line and out. Pinches his man, Kudelka, into the boards. Back in comes Fode. He takes the shot right into the breadbasket of Dylan Mabey, who freezes it for a stoppage and a face-off to his left. Good positioning by the goaltender, and they're making a change as into the goal comes number 1, Taj Sia, for his first action of this game. He played last night for WA. Not sure what happening there, whether maybe he has an equipment issue. He didn't look like he heard anything, so. WA breaks out down the left-hand side. Malcolm Smith, he gets it over the blue line, cuts to the net, takes a light bump, gets it back again to the front of the net. That goes behind. Pinching is Kenzel. He gets it, kicks it up onto his stick, takes a hit from behind. To the front of the net is 12 or 21. Back down the ice it goes. Good stick by WA. Ty Malcolm Smith skates past it, up onto the wing. Good pass. Again, Ty Malcolm Smith has it bounce off his stick. It goes behind the goal. Tries to get it back to the front. It goes off the back of the net. Huang, he's after it. Malcolm Smith gets it out. Can't get it to the front of the net. It looks like we're going to have a penalty call to South Australia. And to the box will be number 46, the captain, Dominic Trinka. Oh, number 66.
Red 66, 2, hold.
You heard the call of referee Vince Giblin. 66 for South Australia. Damon Von Eman, the defenseman, called for holding. He'll set for 2 or less. 6:59 to go in this third period, all tied up. WA to the power play. Face off into the corner. Tied up along the boards. Shearer in after it. Haslam, he gets it. Can't get it to the front of the net. Ripped around the boards to the blue line. Not out. Good keep in by Telfer. He walks the line. Takes it. Shot to the net. Low off the stick. Into the corner. Behind the goal it goes. Shearer, he gets it. Back to the half boards. Ben Shearer to Easton, and he can't keep it in, and down the ice it goes, and back for it goes Telfer. So he comes out slowly, gets it up onto the right wing. Armin Haslam, he gets it in deep to Ben Shearer. He tries that high shot on the tight angle and takes the mask of Murphin off. He's all right. And the puck goes down the ice, and WA will go for a change.
Goalie swap, back to the original goalie.
And back into the goal comes Dylan Mabey. Must have been an equipment issue that needed to be addressed. Murphin gets his mask back on. 1:08 to go in the period, or in the penalty. 6:07 in the period. Murphin tries to get his glove on, and he does finally succeed after that brief stoppage. Face-off win by WA. Back to the blue line into 71, Siwak. He gets it to the front of the net. Backhand to the blue line, kept in briefly by WA. Good play by Kenzel. Gets it back to the D. Up comes Siwak. No look pass up onto the right wing. Offside as Kyron Poulter dumps it into the zone. .45 seconds to go in this power play. Just waiting for the goaltender to get set. Changes to be completed. Vince Giblin explaining something to the bench. Face-off pushed ahead by South Australia. Into the Easton Shearer. He gets it back to Cale Telfer up onto the wing. Hard pass up to Rodden. He dumps it in and chases after it. 30 seconds to go in this power play. Tied up behind the goal, killing off precious seconds. Good play by the South Australia forward to get it to the front of the net. And Shearer, a low shot. Good battle in the corner. South Australia initially to get body on body and take the puck away, but it comes back to Shearer at the blue line, and he rips a low shot. No screen, no traffic in front. .459 is when the penalty's over. Oh, and the linesman went down hard, and he's injured. Not injured, but just shaken and slow to get up, as he had the feet taken out from underneath of him from behind. Looks to be in a bit of discomfort. And he's up and ready to go. Face off in the SA zone. He's ready to go. Officials are just as tough as hockey players. Most of them play the game. Back into the corner, up to the blue line, kept in by Shearer to the front of the net, off the skate. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Back comes Ben Shearer, gets it to the blue line, and out, and the penalty is over. Back comes South Australia. Good stick by Telfer. Ben Shearer back for it. He chips it back to Telfer, in behind the goal. He's setting up, back to Shearer. Long stretch pass up the wing to Telfer. Telfer fires it in. That goes wide. Back to the blue line. Rodden, he pinches. Chipped out of the zone. Easton Shearer back for it. He fans on the pass. Song after it. He gets taken down. Out into the center of the ice. Back comes Haslam. He's slick. Gets it over the blue line. Telfer can't catch up to it. Into the slot. Takes a shot. Oh, off the pad and wide. Back into the corner. To Shearer. Back to the point. Tried a one-timer. Jenner. He can't connect. And South Australia clears it into the WA zone. Quick pass up. Over the blue line. That's Siwak. He gets it on goal. Looking for the rebound was the captain. Shearer. Back to the front of the net. Oh, and deflected out into the neutral zone. Back to Jenner. He gets it into Shearer. Fires it. Oh, it just goes wide. WA with some pressure here. Siwak rims it around the boards. Back to the blue line. Jenner gets it in on the half boards. Out to Siwak. He takes it to the front of the net. Gets it there. Fired. Oh, off the blocker pad. Save. Good save again by Murphin. Fired towards the net. 3:18 to go in the period. WA with some tremendous pressure here. As Shearer, he loses it off his stick. Gets it back again. Fires it wide. Onside. He kept it in the zone. Back comes to Shearer. Back to the blue line. And out it comes. Jenner can't keep it in. Back comes WA. Up to Siwak. He skates onto it. Can't catch up to it. Has his stick lifted. Back into the zone. 2:50 to go. SA getting in some changes. Ty Malcolm Smith fired down the ice, looking for Song as he gets it towards the front of the net and maybe freezes it. As Song was streaking to the goal, looking for that rebound off the backboards. And Dylan Mabey makes the save. And we're going to have a timeout called by South Australia with just over 2 minutes, I think, remaining in the period. Frantic action there as WA really put on the pressure. In fact, they had more chances in the after the penalty had expired than they did during the penalty. Shots on goal so far this period, 10-2. WA 0 for 5 now on the power play. Timeout finished. Back into the cage goes Murphin and Mabey. Face-off will come to Mabey's right. 2:39 to go in this third period. WA putting on the pressure so far, out shooting South Australia 10-2 with the benefit of a power play. Fired back to the front of the net. Out comes Ty Malcolm Smith. He goes down the right side, takes a bump on the boards, gets past his man, catches up to it in the corner and then overskates it. Back to Easton Shearer. He gets it back behind the goal. He's pinched off. Back comes WA, or South Australia. Easton Shearer just missed that clearing attempt. Puts the body on his man, out to the blue line. Now it's out. Back comes number 81, I think that is. Takes the shot. Good stick by Telfer. And that's deflected over the glass into the netting for a stoppage. SA controls off the draw, back to the blue line, onto the half boards. Looking for a deflection in front, almost worked. Back comes WA. Sliwak gets it up to Haslam. Sliwak bounces it down with his glove, takes it to the half boards. Battling against the SA player, Haslam. He takes it back to the slot and fires it off the backside of the South Australia player. That puck makes it out to the blue line. Sliwak, Trinka in pursuit. Stretch pass, that's up to Shearer on the wing. He gets his stick on it, takes away the icing, but can't catch up to the puck. And out comes South Australia. Noddle up onto the wing to Fode into the corner. Trinka, he's after it, looking for the man off the bench, tries to get it to him, does, to the front of the net. Scores! South Australia against the run of play. Dylan Mabey caught just slightly off his post, and that puck slid under the pad. Mabey favoring that leg a little bit. As WA calls a timeout with 1:07 to go in the period. Maybe hasn't seen much rubber this period, so perhaps just a little bit cold. He did have to go off the ice for some equipment repairs. And Sia came into the goal for a short period of time. Late goal gives South Australia the lead 2-1 over Western Australia. Western Australia will have to come up with a response if they hope to take any points away from this game. South Australia has been looking very solid in the back end. That big defense. Loria. Along with number 17, Janowski. And out comes WA. Maybe goes back into the goal. I suspect he'll be coming out relatively quickly if WA get possession in the zone. WA out with their top line. Ben Shearer, Siwak on the right-hand side. I think that is Haslam, Telfer, and Easton Shearer back on defense. Face-off won by South Australia. Back into their zone. Loria behind the net. He reverses. South Australia, they just fire it down the net. That hits the linesman and back into the zone. Trying to get back on it is Haslam. 49 seconds to go. Out comes WA. Good stick by Song. Back to the front of the net. Telfer, he can't get it out. Siwak battling Trinka. Trinka goes down. Stolen by SA. Who's in behind the goal. Out comes Shearer. He can't get past his man. He chips it out to Siwak. Too far for him. 25 seconds to go. Back goes Trinka, or Loria. Good stick by Easton Shearer. He gets it into his brother, Ben, who takes it back into the zone. Now Easton Shearer tries the pass to the wing, and that's knocked down with the glove. That'll be called for a hand pass. Face off at center ice with 6 seconds to go. That should just about do it. As SA with a late goal goes ahead 2-1 against the run of play in this third period. But that's the ball game, isn't it? Face off. Won by WA, pushed ahead. They can't get control of it. Into the air it goes. Siwak, he takes a swipe at it, and that will do it. SA with a late goal to go ahead 2-1. 1:07 to go in the period. And they steal one from WA. And that goal, from Trinka and Fode with 1:07 to go in this third period. Penalties to Malcolm Smith for tripping at 11:05 and Von Enan at 6:59. Shots on goal in that third period, 10-3 for Western Australia. 0 for 5 on the power play and 0 for 3 for South Australia. Final score 2-1. Our next game on the schedule this afternoon, or this morning, this afternoon I guess it is now, TANGE game, New South Wales against Queensland. We'll be back to bring you that game in full, live on Ice Hockey Western Australia YouTube channel. On behalf of Cass Edwards and Riley Langell on the camera, this is Chris Langell. We'll see you then.